Bokum village was a small, serene settlement tucked away near Calabar. Its lush forests and bubbling streams made it a haven for hunters and farmers. Among its residents was Mr. Francis, a renowned hunter who provided meat for the entire village. His wife, Monika, was equally famous for her beautiful and creative tailoring. Together, they were admired by many. Their only child, Oka, was the pride of their home but also the center of an unusual arrangement that would eventually shake the village to its core. Oka was a quiet and curious girl. Her days were spent indoors, watching other children run and laugh outside her window. Mr. Francis was fiercely protective of her. "The world is full of danger," he would often say. "You're safer here at home." He forbade her from playing with other children or wandering beyond their compound. Monika occasionally questioned this approach. "Francis, don't you think she should make friends? She's lonely." But Mr. Francis's stern reply was always the same. "I'm protecting her. The world is no place for a girl like Oka." Monika eventually gave up arguing, focusing instead on her tailoring business. Oka grew accustomed to her confined life. She spent hours helping her mother sew or watching her father prepare his hunting gear. To her, the outside world became a distant and intimidating place. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Oka sat by the window, staring at the children playing in the fading light. "Papa, why can't I play with them?" she asked softly. Mr. Francis looked up from sharpening his hunting knife. "Because they are not like us," he replied. "You don't need them. You have me." His words, though meant to comfort, left Oka with a strange feeling. She loved her father deeply, but his affection sometimes felt overwhelming. He was always there, always watching, always reminding her that he was the only one who truly cared for her. A few years later, as Oka grew older, Mr. Francis's protectiveness intensified. He began monitoring her every move, questioning her whenever she spoke to someone. Oka, in turn, grew more withdrawn, her world shrinking to the confines of their home and the presence of her parents. One day, Mr. Francis started asking Oka to spend more time with him in the evenings. At first, it was harmless, stories about his hunting adventures, lessons on how to set traps. But over time, the dynamic shifted. His words became more affectionate, and his touches lingered longer than before. Oka, naive and trusting, didn't question his intentions. To her, he was her protector, her hero. Monika began noticing changes in Oka. She seemed more reserved, avoiding her mother's gaze and flinching at her touch. "Oka, is everything all right?" Monika asked one evening as they worked on a dress together. Oka hesitated, then nodded. "Yes, Mama, everything's fine." But Monika's instincts told her otherwise. She decided to speak to her husband that night. "Francis, I think something's bothering Oka. She's not herself." Mr. Francis's expression darkened. "She's fine. Stop imagining things." Monika knew better than to press further. Francis's temper was well known, and she didn't want to provoke him. But the unease in her heart grew. One fateful night, Oka's innocence was shattered. Mr. Francis, emboldened by his control over her, crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. He manipulated her love and trust, ensuring her silence with threats and reassurances. "You're special, Oka," he whispered. "This is our secret. No one will understand." Oka's world became a maze of confusion and fear. She loved her father, but something inside her told her this was wrong. Yet she didn't know how to escape, nor did she have anyone to turn to. Monika, though unaware of the full extent of what was happening, began to notice more alarming signs. Oka avoided her completely, spending all her time with Mr. Francis. The once warm bond between mother and daughter had turned cold. Monika decided she had to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. But before she could act, a startling discovery would force the secrets of their household into the light. Oka was pregnant. The village buzzed with rumors. How could a girl so sheltered who never left her home end up with a child? Monika was desperate for answers, while Mr. Francis seemed unusually calm. And Oka, caught in the storm, remained silent, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and resignation. The stage was set for a revelation that would shatter not just their family but the entire village.